We've shown you clips of the scholars saying and preaching this kufr.
نماز استغاثه به حضرت زهرا سلام الله علیها تو سال یادتون.
All of them agree. We've shown you clips at the beginning on Iranian state television, in Iraq, in Qom. All of them preach this. This is not that the extremists among them, the Shirazi type, you might have heard of the Shirazi type Shias that have been extreme. No, when it comes to these khurafat, when it comes to this book, Abbas al-Qummi and his Mafatih, they all agree on it.
دو رکعت نماز استغاثه به حضرت زهرا سلام الله علیها مثل نماز صبح، بعد سر بذاره به سجده 100 بار بگه یا مولاتی یا فاطمه تو اغیثینی، بیبی جان کمکم کن به دادم برس.
Such khurafat.
As we said, we are not enemies to the layman, Shia, to their masses. We want the best for them in dunya and akhirah, want the best for everybody. We are just presenting the truth. Anybody who dares to step forward and just attempt to justify this kufri prayer of seeking rescue and help from Fatima in Sujud over 400 times, he has already lost. But even a large portion of Shias, inshallah, if not the majority maybe, in their hearts will have khair and will not buy your pathetic excuses and batil qiyas, batil analogies. There is no bigger insult to Fatima than this. Salatu al-Istighatha bi-Zahra alayhi salam. There is no bigger.
So the Shia, because they learn their Tawheed from the pure prophetic teachings, as explained by the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, they are the ones who believe. When the Ahlul Bayt, loving Ahlul Bayt, these people are the farthest people away from Ahlul Bayt. Alhamdulillah. The Shia have gold when it comes to their Tawheed.
أنك تصلي صلاة الاستغاثة بفاطمة الزهراء وتسجد وتقول يا مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني 100 مرة، هذا التوحيد. إذا ما تقول يا فاطمة أغيثيني ما عندك توحيد ولا تعرف.
Mushriks, polytheists,
behind this mask of loving and following Ahlul Bayt, behind this mask are these ugly
خرافات.
صلاة التوسل بسيد الزهراء للحوائج الصعبة، للقضايا المشكلة.
No ya Abu Bakr, no ya Muawiyah, no ya Ali, no ya Hussein, no ya Jesus. Or this.
530 مرة انتم في حال السجود تقول اللهم نعم يا مولاتي، تسجد على التراب يا مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني. لا تنسوا البعض الآن ممكن صوت يوصل إلى هذول النواسب يقولون الثاني قال في السجود بدل يا الله قول يا مولاتي يا فاطمة. لا، السجود نوع من التواضع للزهراء سلام الله عليها.
Someone with a deficient intellect would say such a thing. And especially pertaining to Tawheed, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we are the ones with the pure Tawheed.
ادخل جبهتك على التراب 100 مرة، أول مرة 100 مرة على الجبهة يا مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني. بعدين ادخل الخد الأيمن على التراب وهالشكل تساجد 100 مرة على الخد الأيمن يا مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني، صار 200.
It's blasphemy to say this. This is disbelief.
ترجع على الجبهة يا مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني، صار 300. بتروح على الخد الأيسر 100 مرة يا مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني، صار ايش قد؟ 400. ترجع على الجبهة المرة الأخيرة على الجبهة 130، اللي مجموع يصير 530 مرة يا مولاتي يا فاطمة أغيثيني.
This is shirk.
وهذه التهمة باطلة، ولكل الأمة الإسلامية تستغيث وتتوسل بأهل البيت عليهم السلام.
This is just Tawassul. Tawassul is just a pathetic excuse to justify all these khurafat. It's a lame excuse.
والبداية من هنا، البداية عند قولك يا زهراء يا فاطمة يا فاطمة أغيثيني.
Shirk, this is kufr. Mushriks.
This is their culture. This is the culture of shirk.
That we the Shia have the most purest form of Tawheed on this earth right now.
This Sayyid Husseini, Sayyid Ali Husseini, or Sayyid Ali al-Shubairi is Jahil yani. This Zindiq doesn't know the difference of praying to the Prophet ﷺ or praying for the Prophet ﷺ. But unfortunately, to some people, any answer is a good answer. Do you have an answer to the shubha, to the doubts of the Sunnis, Wahhabis, Salafis? Oh good, I need an answer. Oh good answer. Oh, Maulana answered me, the Sayyid answered, Alhamdulillah, I can go to sleep now. A truth seeker, he will not be satisfied with this batil, with this pathetic answer. This Sayyid Husseini, Sayyid Ali Husseini, or Sayyid Ali al-Shubairi, he made a post on Facebook. It's very important to answer this. And to make a challenge once we've done that. Look at this. He put it in the picture there. Mawlati, ya Fatimah, aghithini. Oh, my mistress Fatima, come to my help. In what? In defense. In defense, a'udhu billah. In defense of this despicable, there's no other word. What shall I use? Despicable, disgusting, horrendous supplication prayer that is attributed to Fatima alayhi salam. There is no bigger insult to Fatima than this. Salatu al-istighatha bi-Zahra alayhi salam. There is no bigger. Anybody who wants to, anybody who wants to insult Fatima, and they did, is to narrate, fabricate, spread these things in her name. Or worse, go the extra mile and defend it. And then look what he wrote. So he says, there have been recent claims by some Nawasib, Nawasib to them in their madhab, Nasib is anybody who is a Sunni. They have just different degrees of Nawasib. But the asl is that anybody who is not a Shia is a Nasibi. Enemy of Ahlul Bayt, najis, impure. He says, there have been recent claims by some Nawasib that the Shia worship Fatima, salamu alayha, due to the istighatha, due to the seeking help that was taught to us by the Imams. Kadhab. Taught to you by the Imams. Where? How is this what the if the Imams of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam taught this Zandara in Kufr? This itself is an insult. This person is in reality a Nasibi for attributing this Kufr to the Imams of Ahlul Bayt. He says, unfortunately, due to the lack of English material on the matter, some brothers and sisters answer with emotions instead of knowledge and give incorrect information. Therefore, I have translated. He has translated, alright. I've translated the following below and will add some extra points. Original Arabic link. So, what is this, first of all? Let's open this link. Aqa'id. What is Aqa'id? Aqa'id is an important website. It is basically the Islam Q&A in Arabic. Major, well-known Shia website. So look, it is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Warada fi salat al-istighatha bi Sayyid al-Zahra, salamu alayhi. Arabic one. And here's the answer that he translated. الأخت ريحانة المحترمة السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. هناك فرق بين السجود لله والاستغاثة في أثنائه بالزهراء والسجود للزهراء عليها السلام. فالذي نقوله إن ذلك السجود هو الله هو لله وليس للزهراء عليها السلام. And so on. So what is the translation? He provided a translation there. So what is the translation? Okay, it says in the Salat of Istighatha to As-Sayyida Al-Zahra, to our Mistress Al-Zahra, Salamullah alayha, peace be upon her. In that prayer, it is said that one has to do sujud to Fatima and say, Ya Fatima, aghithini. 100 times. Oh, it's not just 100 times, over 400 times. Oh Fatima, come to my help, rescue me. And the Nawasib, the non-Shias, the Sunnis, they use this as a tashni'. They use this against us to defame us. And they say that أننا نسجد للسيدة الزهراء, and that we make sujud to Sayyida al-Zahra أو الأئمة, or to the Imams عليهم السلام. ونحن نحاول الرد, and we try to answer back to this على هذه الشبهة, to this doubt. من خلالكم, with your help, and your extra information, so that we can answer them back. And shukran. So here's the answer. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It says هناك فرق بين السجود لله والاستغاثة. It says there's a difference between sujud for Allah, to Allah, and istighatha. There's a difference between sujud to Allah and istighatha. During sujud for Allah, for Fatima, salamu alayha wa salam, and making sujud to Fatima, we say regarding sujud for Fatima, the sujud is for Allah. So here they claim, the sujud is actually for Allah, and it's not for Fatima. And it has been reported in our books and so on and so forth. So here they claim that, oh yeah, no, actually this sujood is not for Fatima, it's for Allah. Which is the opposite of what this Abtahi, the more consistent shaitan, the other one. What did he say? He said, no, this sujood is for Fatima. So here they say, oh no, this sujood is actually it's for Allah, it's not for Fatima. Who are they going to fool? Who are they going to fool? As I mentioned, imagine we have a prayer, or I advocate, or any Sunni, or any person who is learned, or any sheikh, alim, comes to the people and says, guys, pray 2 rak'ah to Allah, and then go to sujood and say 500 times, 400 times on your forehead, and then on your cheek, right cheek, left cheek. Ya Mawla, Ya Umar aghithni. Oh my master Umar, come to my help. Oh my master Abu Bakr, come to my help. Oh my master Ali, Uthman, Muawiyah. Literally in prostration, and you know, brothers and sisters, prostration is when you're the closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at these shayateen who fabricated these narrations. They fabricated things where every army, every layman Muslim knows the closest you have with your Lord, where you have a private conversation with your Lord, is in sujood. You only hold a dialogue with your Lord, you only address your Lord, empty your heart to Him, and they have fabricated narrations for that very moment, to drag you away. With here and there they throw Islamic terminologies, it's Tawassul, but Allah is mentioned here at the beginning and the end 1 or 2 times, so come on, no problem, it's no problem. This is how they fool the masses. This is how the gullible, how the weak-minded get satisfied with an answer. Like this miskin who thinks, oh mashallah, I found an answer, let me translate it in English, and then everything is sorted. Nothing is sorted. Wallahi, anybody defending this shirk and kufr sarih, clear-cut shirk, clear-cut kufr, he's just digging his own hole deeper and deeper. You can't succeed. You can't succeed. You make it worse for yourself. It would have been better to just shut up, to say nothing, to ignore it. Stand head in sand like an ostrich. That would have been the best thing. Anybody who dares to defend this, wallahi, is to our favor. Wallahi, is to our favor. That's why we can't wait for them to reply to these kind of videos, to justify with in whatever way or fashion they like, to justify prostration to Fatima, addressing Fatima directly in sujood over 400 times. No matter how you justify this, Ya Muammam, Ya Turban head, wallahi, you are going to shoot in your own soldier. So let's continue with this and finish it. So the question was from Rayhana from Kuwait. It's about istighatha, asking aid, help through Zahra, salamu alayha. And then assalamu alaikum. It has been reported in Salat al-Istighatha through Sayyidah Zahra that the person performs prostration. I translated this already myself. And then the answer, they say there's a difference between sujood to Allah and istighatha during sujood through al-Zahra, salamu alayha, and making sujood to al-Zahra, salamu alayha. We say regarding sujood for Zahra, al-Zahra, salamu alayha, that sujood is for Allah and is not for al-Zahra. And it has been reported in our books of ziyarah that we say after every salah that we have prayed after ziyarah of the imams the following: O Allah, verily I have performed salah, ruku, sujood to you only, of whom there is no partner, because salah, ruku, and sujood cannot be for anyone but you, because you are Allah and there is no God but you. Therefore sujood to anyone other than Allah is not correct. Yeah, subhanallah. You see, this is how they play around with the mind, with the particular weak-minded, gullible people will fall for this excuse. Anybody can see through this. That is a sympathetic answer. But unfortunately, to some people, any answer is a good answer. Do you have an answer to the shubha, to the doubts of the Sunnis, Wahhabis, Salafis? Oh good, I need an answer. Oh good answer. Oh, Maulana answered me. The Sayyid answered. Alhamdulillah, I can go to sleep now. A truth seeker, a person who's really searching for the truth, longing the truth, haqq, he will not be satisfied with this batil, with this pathetic answer. What is this? Oh yeah, in other ziyarat we say that, oh Allah, all my prayers is for you only, my fasting and my zakat. This is, look, subhanallah, a statement alone is not true if it is not followed by actions. You can't say, oh Allah, all my prayers, all my ibadah is for you, and then you invoke, and then the mukhul ibadah, the asl of ibadah, the main form of ibadah, which is dua, you direct it to other than Allah. So your action is falsifying your statement. So of what good is it if they have statements or narrations attributed to the imams, or as they say here, or we have and it has been reported in our books of ziyarat, any visitations of graves that we say after every salah that we have prayed, after ziyarah of the imams, that, oh Allah, verily I perform salah, ruku' and sujud, everything for you. This is just a statement. It is not a true statement, because the reality, the waqa'ah, contradicts this statement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask them on the Yawm al-Qiyamah, say, well, okay, you made this statement. Is it a true statement? Have you negated this statement? What has negated this statement? Their actions, like this khurafi, shirki, kufri prayer. So what kind of answer is this? The website continues saying, as for istighatha or tawassul for az-Zahra, then there is no problem in it. And in the Quran and Sunnah, it's confirmed. This is where the Exalted says, then Adam received some words from his Lord, so he turned to him mercifully. Surely he is oft returning. But this is enough of the Quran. And the words which are intended are Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. And Adam performed tawassul to Allah through their names in which Allah turned. Where is subhanAllah, look. Where? In Tafsir al-Qummi? In your books of Khurafat? So the Tafsir books can mention to us that, oh, Allah meant that Adam actually made istighfar through Ali, Hassan, Hussein. That's in the Shia books. Hundreds of years, 1,000 years, hundreds of years written after the Quran. But Allah wasn't as eloquent and couldn't say this. Where is this in the Quran? And if they cite for us narrations that other Quburis use, none of this is authentic. And then what else they bring? And then they bring the Yusuf Shubha that we have answered already. And yeah, this is what they bring. This is the Shubhat. And then now the comment of this Zindiq. Look what he says. He says extra points. MashaAllah, we get extra points now. So it is shown that this sajda is not to Az-Zahra, but rather only to Allah. The words said in this sajda are a means of seeking closeness to Allah by using Fatima as a wasila. Kadhab, liar, liar. Ayatollah Abtahi said that this is a sujud. This is, you are fully concentrated. You are mentioning, of course, only Fatima. It is for Fatima. He said it's not for Fatima. And then he says it's a form of seeking closeness to Allah by using Fatima as a wasila. If that would be true, they would say, oh Fatima, ask Allah. Even then it would be a horrendous ritual. In sujud, asking Fatima, oh Fatima, asking, this is exactly what other saint worshippers do. But it is worse. It is not that they in sujud say, oh Fatima, ask Allah. It is, remember the sigha, remember the phrase, it is directly addressed to Fatima. So their actions, their tongues expose and belie what they claim. That, oh, this is just tawassul. Tawassul is just a pathetic excuse to justify all these khurafat. It's a lame excuse. Then he says, it is similar to how one during sajda as-sahw, when you forget to do something in prayer, something that is from the rukn of salah, arkan of salah. It is similar to how one during sajda as-sahw mentions the name of the Prophet and says, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Does this mean that one is worshipping, making sujood to the Prophet? Look at this jahil, yani. When we for example, when we sit in the tashahhud and say, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, or when I send salawat on the Prophet during sujood, I am sending prayers to him, on him, not asking him for help. Hey, look, this is indeed, that's not the difference of praying to the Prophet ﷺ or praying for the Prophet ﷺ. Saying Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad is not praying to the Prophet. It is a prayer for the Prophet. It's like saying Salaam alaikum, Prophet. This is different to going in sujood and asking the Prophet 400 times for help, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or asking Fatima 400 times for help. So look at the qiyas, fashil, batil. This is his qiyas, his false analogy. Qiyas mal fariq, absolute batil qiyas. And he wanted to act smart, bring a good point that, yeah, well, in sujood, when you say salawat on the Prophet, does it mean that I ask the Prophet for something, for help? Does it mean that I make sujood to the Prophet? Of course not. Because the Prophet is not addressed in a way that you are asking anything from him with regards to your needs, your hajat. Nothing. You make dua asking only Allah to send prayers on him. And you know even that he can't hear it. Because the sunnah informs us that it's the malaika who send it to him. And he can't even hear everything. It's only the malaika and it's only the salam. So that's different. So it's different. You're praying for him, not to him. Well, but this miskin, he brings this as an example to say, oh, you see, that's the same when we ask Fatima for over 400 times for help. 400 times for help. And then he says, so it is shown that the sajda is not to Az-Zahra, but rather only to Allah. The words said in the sajda are a means of seeking closeness. Batil already answered. And then it is similar to how one during sajda sahu, this is answered. Imam Sadiq, when teaching this istighatha, a'udhu billah. This is what I mentioned in the earlier video as well. They attribute this prayer to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. That Imam Sadiq, a'udhu billah. Imam Sadiq was one of the great imams of the Salaf. That Imam Sadiq, and they believed that Imam Sadiq was some form of zindiq, who, when he was among his own Zanadiqa group, he taught these khurafat and shirk. A'udhu billah, he's innocent of this. So he says, Imam Sadiq, when teaching this istighatha, clearly says that this purpose is for Allah, to answer one's dua. Therefore, this again shows that Az-Zahra is only used as a wasila, as a means. And if this istighatha was some kind of worship to it, then why would Imam Sadiq mention that its purpose is for getting one's supplication fulfilled by Allah? Of course, a brain-dead Wahhabi anthropomorphist wouldn't understand that though. And we don't. And so on. It goes on. And no, ya miskin. The reason, first of all, Imam Sadiq is innocent of this kufr and shirk dua. And before Imam Sadiq, is Fatima is innocent of it. The reason, ya miskin, the zindiq who fabricated this narration, added the name of Allah here at the beginning or the end and said, and then Allah will inshallah somehow answer you, is because it would be too obvious, the kufr, that even your people would be unacceptable. So the zindiq who fabricated it thought to himself, you know what, let me put somewhere Allah here. Just like in your society, and you're from my country, I'm Iranian, and you're Iranian. In our society, nobody says Allah or what? Nobody says Khuda? Of course they do mention God. Of course they say Khuda or Shukr. But for one Khuda, there's 100 Abul Fadl. You're Abul Fazl. For one Khuda, you're Shukr, you're Fatima, you're Ali, you're Abul Fazl, you're Panchtan. You're Ahlul Bayt, you're this, you're that. That's the very definition of the mushrikeen. That the very definition of shirk is that it is tawheed and shirk, truth and falsehood mixed, associating partners with Allah in worship. This is the very definition of shirk. So of course the zindiq, the mushrik who fabricated this narration, he mentioned Allah here and there and said, and yeah, and then Allah will answer it. Allah is mentioned at the beginning once at the end, and then over 400 times Fatima, and then this miskin with, this is their uqala. And then they say Wahhabi anthropomorphists. I'm going to show you who anthropomorphists are. We haven't even started with Kamil al-Ziyarat, the other book of Iblis and Ali Iblis. But this, brothers and sisters, this is, I have shown you now from Ayatollah Rouhani, this Ayatollah Hassan Abtahi, and this miskin, newborn Muammam here, this Sayyid Husseini, Ali Husseini, who calls himself Shubairi. You have seen these people have absolutely no shame. As I said, in defense of many Shia laymen, because I've experienced, I've shown this to many Shia laymen. Most of them I've met, when I mean most of them, those who are not too deep into the Zandaqa. My experience is once a Shia passes the threshold of these khurafat and kufriyat, there's most of the time no hope. It's difficult. But those who still have khair in them, they're rejected. Initially they reject it. Then they see it is in a book. Then they need some solution. And this is where Allah will test them. And will test you, brothers and sisters. What are you going to choose? You as Ahlul Sunnah, you have learned something new maybe. You have understood. A'udhu billah. A'udhu billah. I seek refuge in Allah from this religion. I seek refuge in Allah from Mafatih al-Jahim. The keys to the hellfire. And to these lies that they have attributed to Ahlul Bayt. Ahlul Bayt, loving Ahlul Bayt. These people are the furthest people away from Ahlul Bayt. Alhamdulillah, I'm from Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Alhamdulillah for Quran, Tawheed and Sunnah. This is for you. And as for the Shia brother and sister who wants the truth, he can hate us, our channel. As we said, we are not enemies to the Shia laymen, to their masses. We want the best for them in dunya and akhirah, want the best for everybody. We are just presenting the truth for our own people, for Ahlul Sunnah, to warn them, to show them what the reality of this madhab is, what is behind this mask of loving and following Ahlul Bayt. Behind this mask are these ugly khurafat. And I've only shown you one supplication, dua, prayer to Fatima from this book. Wait and see what else we're going to extract from this. This was the response to some of the polemicists. As I've mentioned earlier, the best thing we can expect is if one of them, inshallah, responds, tries to refute. This, what did the Shuberi say? One last thing is very interesting what he said on his page. I should read this. He said, what did he say? He said, Alhamdulillah, by the permission of Allah, I will be planning to speak on some topics and clear up doubts which no other Shia speaker has done in English. Oh, salawat. I will also present some hadith and research that no other Shia speaker has done in English. There's so much we lack. So keep me in your du'as that I get the opportunity. I believe it's important to look for gaps in the market rather than, and so on and so forth. So mashallah, good. Ahlan wa sahlan, tafaddal. Befirma'id. Come to the front. As I said, Wallahi al-Azim, anybody who dares to step forward and just attempt to justify this kufri prayer of seeking rescue and help from Fatima in Sujud over 400 times, he has already lost. I mean, I go as far as to say most Sunnis, Ahlul Sunnah, Ahlul Tawheed anyway, but even a large portion of Shias, inshallah, if not the majority maybe, in their hearts will have khair and will not buy you pathetic excuses and batil qiyas, batil analogies. They will not. So you're going to shoot in your own foot. But ahlan wa sahlan, we can't wait. Come forward, give response to this video, answer this video. Or if you don't want to mention us, just do us the favor. Yes, go and make videos defending Sujud to Fatima and sallallahu alayhi wa sallam Muhammadin wa ala alihi وصحبه أجمعين وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.